Jesus Christ. What a game, man.
Go.
Brighton 4, Man United 0. Just literally when you thought this season cannot get any worse than it already has. Forget the results we've been through, the shitty Leicester 4-2s, the Liverpool 5-0, the City domination, the City slapping again, the Watford 4-1. After all them, you go and play Brighton away. Most people, I would say, the score predictions beforehand were feeling relatively confident, right? Because the Brentford performance. But it's as if, guys, that these players believe that because they beat Brentford 3-0, they're back to like the winning ways and stuff. And they're forgetting the past 10 games have been an absolute fucking shambles, absolute shambles. I don't know, as United fans, we don't necessarily want to pick the bones of this game, but Shreyas, where for you, who on the pitch, if not everybody, really concerned you in terms of how they played?
I mean, to be very, very honest with you, most of them were really awful because Brighton just clearly played us off the park today. Clearly. I mean, for the first 15 to 20 minutes, we just had like 27% possession. And even with that possession, we weren't really doing anything with it. And Brighton just completely dominated that half. They were creating chances after chances against us. Even before the Casado goal, they looked really, really threatening towards us. We weren't really doing anything throughout the course of the game. But even, if you in certain games, you can still take out like patches where you could say, that for at least 10 to 15 minutes, we were doing good. In this game, there wasn't even a single patch where I could say that, we were able to take the game to them because they completely played us off the park. No one really turned up for it. And they just took advantage of it because Brighton are a well-coached side. They have perfect system going on there. And, if you're going to be sleeping against them, they're definitely going to hurt you. So it doesn't matter if you win 3-0 against Brentford or, we are able to hold Chelsea to a draw because you can't really come to these games and just expect to be present there and expect to get 3 points because these teams are capable enough to play us off the park. And Brighton is a good side. They have been able to perform week in and week out against the top sides as well. And they just saw that we were vulnerable and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, Sam, I thought the first half, these players have been in contact with that Derek Agora who holds that most wanted because it was all ghost. Every single one of them on that pitch were fucking ghost, man. Where do you go from here? If you're Eric Ten Hag and you're watching that game, you must be thinking, wow, I'm actually even more fucked than I thought I was initially because that's Brighton, who their team, I think their team in accumulation is worth probably about £50 million. We've got a squad that's worth 400 to £500 million, and they're putting that performance in. Brighton were a far better team, weren't they?
Yeah, in every aspect of fight, will, defence, attack, everything they did. They pressed well, they passed well. We made it absolutely ridiculously easy for them. Just let them walk through our defence, made no pressure, made no attempt to get the ball, made no attempt to even make tackles. And even when we did, it was like 10 seconds after the ball had gone past. It was just everything went wrong. And Ten Hag just basically, it's good news that 6 or 7 players are going on contracts at the end of the contracts because at least then he doesn't have to worry about trying to sell him because they can just fucking walk. And then the rest of them, about 4 or 5 more need to be sold in the summer. If not, just release them for the contracts, just pay them out and just get them out the fucking door because I couldn't think of a single player who made an effort today. Like none of them tried. None of them made an effort.
Just even the first 10 minutes, Sam, sorry to cut you in there, but the first 10 minutes, you could just tell straight away the way the game was going to go. Straight away. You was watching everybody dead passive. McTominay, oh my God, wow. McTominay, bro, like, he needs to serious look at as well because he's a squad player at best. Him in comparison to even that Casado, who we was looking at, by the way, we was linked with for about £5 million or something. Him and Basuma were levels, absolutely levels above. And this is why we always rant about Basuma because he is what a DM should be. Don't get me wrong, we weren't by any stretch of the imagination. He was world class and amazing, but he did his job and he was good. And that can't even be said for any of our players on the pitch. The wing backs, again, Dallo had patches where he looks okay, but defensively, oh my God, man. Like, they are so poor defensively.
Tellers was awful.
Yeah.
Bad.
Tellers was so bad. Like he couldn't make tackles. He wasn't attacking. He wasn't making any crosses. He was doing nothing.
He didn't even know where to be positionally because Bruno and Ronaldo were constantly asking him to actually move forward, be there around for, that 1-2 pass. But he wasn't even going forward. He was just sticking to that midline, I would say. The only part of the pitch where he was present the whole game was the midline. Except that even when he had to go track back or actually move forward, he was not at the races, completely off his game. I mean, I really don't know what's actually going on because it's just been, I don't know how many days that we had that Brentford game where these guys did look good. But, I mean, now it doesn't really look like even one of them, was able to actually put in even a shift today because everyone was just asleep.
Look, I'm an advocate for Ralph Rangnick, but the football today was appalling. The substitutions that he's made, I was scratching my head thinking, what the fuck? Why is McTominay still on that pitch? Why have you not?
Why is Maguire coming on for Mato?
It's like, you know what? When you made, that's a good point you made that time. When you made that sub, I was thinking, are you just trying to concede more goals? Like, you brought on a defender for Mato, but this is a guy who's been prone to errors, constant errors every time he's played. You're 4-0 down. Why the fuck would you bring him on? Why would the subs made no sense to me? And usually Rangnick's been all right with subs, but it feels
like Rangnick is like there's like the Joker. Do you know when he burns the big pile of money?
Yeah.
That's what he feels like he's doing.
About his money.
He's just like, all right, fuck it. I'm just burning the entire thing to the ground because he just did it. He wasn't like trying to win that game. He wasn't trying to save us from that game. He was literally just like, no, I'm just going to expose. I've already exposed it to the world. I'm just going to keep doing it until something happens.
Yeah, because
that's what he feels like he's doing.
He probably feels like it's damaging his reputation. That's where he's looking at it because since he's gone in, there's some of the stats that are thinking now. Worst points tally since like before 1970 or something along the lines of that. Most goals conceded since like 1950 and stuff. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it's every stat is going against it. 4-0 to Brighton. 4-0. Brighton are a good footballing team. Don't get me wrong, but 4-0, man, it's just absolutely
4-0 on a team who haven't won at home this year.
Exactly. And I mean, how many times this season have we actually lost by a margin of 3 to 4 goals?
A lot. Yeah. How many times have we just been totally outplayed on the park by teams who have got 1/3 of our budget or less, or are finishing lower us in the table?
Southampton, Wolves,
Watford, Brighton, all of them. Everyone below us outplays on the park. They're better than us tactically. They're better than us at pressing. They're better than us at scoring goals. They're better than us in defending. Every single aspect of football, they are better than us.
Yeah, I think for certain, Rangnick ain't far away from criticism for me in this. I think absolutely everybody's to blame. Obviously, you put a team out the way you want them to play. You want them to play this kind of progressive football, but defensively, we just couldn't deal with like that. Cucurella, the wing back for them, just was free every single time, and had a free. Elanga in the first half was just no way near it. And as we said, these young players, they have dips in form. This stuff can happen, but it's like Ralph didn't chat to him or even speak to him and just like grab him to the side like Mourinho would or something. Grab him to the side and said, "Look, he's got your number here. You need to fucking wake up because if you don't, he's going to keep getting down that side, and that's where the goals are going to start coming from." Brighton have a clear philosophy and a clear system, and every single player on that pitch knows the role. We have
every team in the league does
with massive egos who, have all come from different kind of managers and different setups or on massive wages, so they believe they're better than what they are, and that's the difference. And I think Brighton actually play as a team, and they all like graft for each other. They go in the trenches with each other. There isn't one single player. You got little cliques all around that team. And when Jesse Lingard said to Paul's goals, there's really bad issues in that dressing room, and that is evident to see. Palace next in the last.
If you go through every team in the league, you can define or be like, I know exactly how they play, what they like to do, you can do every single team pretty much. Yeah. Like once you get to about the relegation teams, maybe not, but like every other team, you know exactly how they play.
Yeah. But
anybody define how we play? Nobody.
My point is with Rangnick coming in, I don't think with this squad of players, there's proper players now. I don't think most managers you can bring in at the time Brandon came in and make a significant difference. I really don't believe that because
Pep couldn't do a good job. Klopp couldn't do a good job with these players. Like none of them.
These players, Ash. It was a different situation when Tuchel came in December. It was a completely different situation because their squad of players are unbelievable. They've got a very, very good squad. Our squad of players. I'm looking at on the pitch. I'm looking. Matic passed it. Mata had a good game. Look, he had a good game against Brentford, but passed it. He should have been gone years ago. Ronaldo, 37 is the only one. Yeah, Ronaldo 37 is the only one. I'm like, right, yeah. But even Cavani coming on, we've got a 37-year-old, we've got a 35-year-old who doesn't want to be here anymore. We've got Mata who's like 33, Matic who's like 31. And you could see that there was no intensity, there was no pressures like around the pitch. It was just on the ball as well, like technically just nothing, no link-ups at all. Like in the first 20 minutes, it was like we'd try passing out from the back, they'd press us, and then we just boot it long, they'd get it back, and then they'd have another sort of, they'd recycle the ball again, and then come back at us. And there was no plan in place at all. And there's no leaders in that team. There's no one grabbing a side. It's just people moaning. There's no one giving constructive criticism saying, look, you need to tuck in there. You need to do that. This is how we play. No one's doing that. Everyone's just shouting at him, blaming him, doing this, blah, blah, like kids in a school class. And look, I am slightly surprised, but the way the season's gone, lads, we can't say we're mega surprised because we've seen this shit before.
I think I said it. I've said it a couple of times actually, and then Stephen Alson said it on his thing. United, especially since Ralph comes in, is like, do you know when somebody hands a notice in at work and they're just fucking jacking it in for like the last 2 weeks of their notice? They just don't give a toss at this point. That's what United are doing. They're like, we know we're on the way out. Like half this team's on the way out. Another couple have probably been sold. They know a new manager's coming in, so they're just like, we don't give a toss. We're leaving anyway, so who gives us it? And that's where we're at now.
Another stat here. So the 2021-22 Premier League season is now statistically the worst in Manchester United's history.
Yep.
In our history. That's how bad it's got now.
Most goals conceded, worst points total. I think it's worst goals, least amount of goals scored as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, surely.
This is crazy. The United fans chanting Solskjaer's name apparently. In the crowd and stuff. It's getting absolutely nuts at this club. It's run by clowns. I know they're trying to change the structures and stuff behind closed doors, but this summer is so big, so big.
Yeah.
We'll do another show for that on another day. But I just want to bring up some stats from this game. So bear with me a sec. So we had 57% possession. They had 43. So obviously 4-0 to Brighton. We know that. 57% possession we had. They had 17 shots. We had 15. They had 6 on target. We had 5. Conversion rates are just like, what's going on? Shots off target, we both had 7. Both had similar block shots. Both had similar corner kicks. Like a lot of the stats are very similar. Whereas they have 4 big chances and they had 2 big chances missed and they hit the woodwork. They battered us. Absolutely battered us.
I mean, you don't even need to read statistics. Just watch the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking there for you. Like, we made no attempt to score at any point, I don't think. I think the only shot I remember was Cavani's header. And then when he tried that was the only thing I remember that was like, oh, yeah, maybe we'll score. That was it.
This is the first game. Look, I look forward to watching Manchester United play every single one, no matter what game it is. If it's fucking Luton in the cup, or if it's Madrid in the Champions League final, whatever it is, I enjoy what I'd like. I look forward to watching Manchester. You work all week, Monday to Friday, you get round to the Saturday, you're like, right, boom, let's go, the run. This game, when we went like 2-0 down, I was like, yeah, this is United. This is what we do. They're absolute bottle jobs, every single one of them. Yeah. And I don't know how many times we can keep saying this on a thing because it's just like they don't care. They really don't care. There must be about 8 to 10 players in that dressing room now whose heads are elsewhere and they're just thinking, get me the fuck out of it. Get me the fuck out of it. I'm surprised
Ronaldo's not joining him. I'm pretty sure like he was laughing at how bad we were. So I'm thinking he was probably on his mind, oh no, I want to do well for this group, but now he's probably thinking, I might get out of it in the summer.
I wouldn't hold it against him if David De Gea and Ronaldo really genuinely, because why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they play for better teams? They deserve to. Both of them are world class, if we're being real. They're really, really good players. So
I mean, I have issues with David De Gea as well because his distribution again was fucking abysmal today. I'm so sick of that. I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, stop taking long kicks because you can't do it. Like,
especially when you watch their keeper, one of their goals came from their keeper when he sprayed it to Cucurella on the left hand side, and then he played it inside to Trossard or Gross, it might have been, I can't remember, and then he buried it. That comes from the keeper's distribution. Go on.
He's Spanish. He's a Spanish goalkeeper, their goalkeeper, and De Gea plays in the Spain team over him.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
It's shot stopping ability, in it. It's one of them. I don't like Shreya says quite a lot of times. I don't think the defenders help him either. They don't like a lot of them are cowards.
Varane, what the fuck was going on with Varane today?
Where's the Varane that we bought from Real Madrid? Like, has he got a twin or something? And they've given us, Ryan Varane, because that's who he looked like today. I didn't recognise him at all. That ain't no Champions League Varane. But Lindelof as well. Lindelof was equally as bad, if not worse. I thought he was really bad. Granted, I missed certain bits of the game because I just lost complete faith. I've lost complete focus. I was just like, usually I watch the game, analyse it, I make me notes and stuff like that, and I'm really focused on set players. But after 2-0, 3-0, I'm just like, I can't be asked. I really can't be bothered. Like,
no, I switched off. I was on my phone. I was like reading shit. Like, I didn't care. It just was like,
I am so drained. I mean, I'd love a penny for Ronaldo's thoughts right now, what he's saying, if he is saying anything in that dressing room and what he's thinking. Because, yes, he's probably got United in his heart. He became a legend there, we moved to Madrid and all that kind of stuff. But what do you do now? Like, you don't stay just because you love the club. Like, ultimately, he could still move somewhere now, doing what he's doing. Like, if you look at what Benzema's doing for Madrid, I'm not comparing him. But what he's doing, 34, Benzema's 34, 35, something like that.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Ronaldo go play in a team like that and get just as many goals, 20 plus goals? Because he's doing it in a shit United team right now. So 100% you could send him out now somewhere like a Bayern Munich, let's say. Say Lewandowski leaves Bayern Munich.
He'll still have a 35 plus goal season.
Yeah. You put Ronaldo in that Bayern Munich team, 100% scoring as many goals, and he would win trophies guaranteed. So if I'm Cristiano Ronaldo, that's what I'm doing. Honestly, because this is a long way, but I knew it was long. I knew it was going to take time. Don't get it twisted, but this is going to take fucking forever. This is going to take 3, 4,
these
5
people
years.
going, oh yeah, like 18 months stuff like that. This is going to take years.
Yeah.
This is going to take this is going to take about 7 transfer windows before we get anywhere near anything.
Well, Ralph's saying we should have eight new players coming in, fresh players.
That's not happening.
It's like, what, in this window? Do you know how many people we've got to get rid of? Do you know how many things are changing? They've got a manager coming in who wants to settle in. He might want to keep some players who you're already thinking of getting rid of. I see the thing saying he wanted to speak to Jesse Lingard. About what? What? About what?
Just fuck off.
The guy's been here for about fucking 14, 15 years. Obviously, he's been since he's like 8 years old, but I'm saying since he started playing proper professional football, like 16 or whatever. He's been here for a long time. Why? He's 30 years old. Just let the guy go. Let Lingard go. Let them all go. It's only Ronaldo, De Gea. I can't remember what game it was when we played, and we lost really badly. But I said after that, keep De Gea, keep Ronaldo, and keep Sancho.
Yeah,
I think it was Leicester.
Bruno.
Yeah, it might have been that. Yeah, it might have been that boring ass draw against Leicester.
Yeah.
Old Trafford. Bruno. Yeah, I'd keep Bruno, but
he's awful. He is awful, but I'd keep him.
He definitely needs coaching and discipline, because you look at that Brighton side today, even they were getting fouled, but, they were getting back up in an instant and, just going for the attack. We get fouled. All of our players are just mourning, because that's not even on the players. That's got to come from, the managing and the staff. That's how you actually, get that mentality in, because it's been forever this season that our players have been behaving like this. Even against Atletico, we were getting fouled, but we were constantly just moaning about it in front of the referee. When they were getting fouled, they didn't get the decision in their favor. They used to, get up and walk.
They're together. All of them are together. You could put them out in any form of team game, and you could just tell they'll gel straight on it. Yeah. Ours are just ghosts and individuals, and like I said, they all need to chat to Derek Okoro, who did most starting.
Do we even bother with player ratings?
No,
no point.
We're not
the only
doing
thing
player
I would
ratings.
say,
All of them got a
expects-
free. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's
expect some two things. One, a big leak is going to be coming out after this game.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
certain.
Yeah.
One big leak is going to be coming in, and one
There's
decision
gonna
either
be-
from
there's
Ten
gonna
Hag
be-
or Ronaldo.
There's going to be a bunch of press releases about United are interested in this player, United are interested in this player. Bit negotiations ongoing for this, but I guarantee it. I'm fucking calling it right
Yeah.
now.
I bet there's some right now. I wouldn't even be surprised
Probably.
if there's the things coming out now
Exactly.
saying, if you see stuff about what do we call it, Maguire smiling apparently on the way off and stuff. It was just loads of shit. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I'm just thinking with Ten Hag now coming in, where do you start with that? Or where do you start with that team? Because Ajax play better football than us right now.
Yeah.
100%.
If that Ajax team,
better.
if that Ajax team plays against us, they're going to play us off the park.
Yeah.
Not even 4-0.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So people can focus on individual talents, and we can always constantly say, well, yeah, we've got this guy who's done this, created most chances, this guy who scored this many goals. But listen, football is a team game. It's not F1.
Exactly.
It's not F1's a team game, but you're not just on your own on the pitch. You know what I mean? You've got 11 other players who are accountable on there for their action, and it's just, oh man, I'm really running out of words to describe this to you.
I hope that if he does come, when he does come in, Ten Hag does come in, and if he actually says that he wants to get rid of 8 to 9 players, back him, release those 8-9 players, because it's no point having these guys around.
I can't see United doing it. I really can't.
We can't sell players. Like we've never been able to sell players.
Like Sam mentioned before, luckily we have players running out on their contracts. So even right now, even though we aren't really selling anyone, but you can expect at least 5 players to actually go on. Cavani, Lingard, Mata, Matic. These 4 are gone for sure. And except that, we could have surprises as well. At least 1 or 2 outgoings, which seems more and more likely the way the season is going to be ending, which does help us.
It's actually turning out like career mode. That's what it's turning out like. Like with 8 players we need to sign, 10 players we need to let go. We got a new manager coming in the summer. We've got to sort all the structure from top to bottom in the sporting director, all that kind of stuff. And then you've got multiple random coaches that are still there. Some of Ollie's coaches. You got some of the people who Ragnick brought in. McKenna's suggestions with the Eric Ramsey with the set piece coach and stuff. So what's like? This is going to take a long time, man.
It's going to be really tough for Ten Hag when he does come in, and I mean I still see till the time the next season starts, and Ten Hag actually comes in, and the preseason starts for us to actually see. We are going to have these, leaks coming in, be it transfers, be it the existing players as well, be it Ronaldo staying or not. I think that is just the way United is going to blow off the heat right now, because the only way they can actually avoid a situation like this is just, getting more and more stuff out with the PR, kits, players leaving, new players coming, still, you never know. Tomorrow we might still be getting the news that we're linked with Haaland again, because that's just the way our club works. That's just the way our club works.
Yeah, I don't know, where do we go from here, lads? We've got Crystal Palace away in our next game.
And that's a good side too.
Can't wait for them to get beaten by them. That'll be great.
That's going to be so. Like, where are we in the league now? Let me just double check.
7th? 8th? 8th, are we?
7th or 8th, I guess.
Let me have a look. So we are currently. You know what's funny thing is, well, Shreyas, we were saying on Instagram, we was like, is there a slight hope for top 4? Maybe. like just trying to push it a little bit. And it's just like, no. So we're on 58 points, but we've got 2 games in hand on West Ham and Wolves. If West Ham win both of their games, they'd be level on points with us. 116, drew 10, lost 11.
I mean, I really don't expect us to actually win our last game either. So I don't really see us finishing in a Conference League spot either.
Can anyone guess what our goal difference is as well?
2?
Probably
so
1.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
Difference.
Negative goal difference could still be up for grabs.
Should we just call it? Because honest to God, I'm running out of shit. Like I can't repeat the same shit again because it's just pointless.
We need to do another rehab show.
Yeah.
We need to do the rehab show, and then I'm gonna really break it down on another show. Whoever wants to join me on that, I'll just do like a tactical analysis of that. It's going to be hard because you have to go back and watch it and stuff. But
Yes.
it's shit, absolutely shit. All of them bottle jobs, every single last one of them. Look, I don't know how to sway it from that, but if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
If you want to feel better, there's a video on the channel called A to Z Team Generator, which is a really, really good, funny video, and it will make you laugh. It'll make you feel better about after that bullshit. Because we all try and pick an 11 from Nick's random A to Z generator, and we have to pick the player's last name beginning with that letter in the position in our formation of our choice. Let's just say I got screwed out of it. If you haven't seen it yet, I get proper screwed. So, and
just because we know as ourselves, we are mentally drained from watching that absolute shit show. So that will take your mind off it. You'll laugh. It's got comedy value. It's got everything you absolutely want in the show. So make sure you check that out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're pushing.
We got 140. We got 141 subscribers. So we're getting close to that 150. So
we're trying to push it. So any support, we absolutely appreciate it. And follow us on all social media. Just type in Real Reds Talk for updates, clips, all that kind of stuff. Sam, Shreyas, thank you for joining me in what has been, let's face it, therapy, pretty much.